heard several anecdotes describing clothes as a form of armor, and that makes sense to me. With the right outfit on, I feel like I can conquer anything that comes my way. Well, I recently learned about something that's pretty counterintuitive to that idea. A photographer told me about skin clothes as armor. You're intrigued, aren't you? Imagine feeling empowered as your physical clothes come off your body and you reveal your skin clothes. Friend, sit back and prepare to be inspired as we talk skin clothes armor through Boudoir. I bet you heard that word boudoir and your mind started racing. Good. That means I have your attention. First, a little lesson on the meaning of boudoir. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, boudoir refers to a beautifully decorated room used in the past by a woman for everything from sleeping, dressing, relaxing, and entertaining. Side note, boudoirs were especially popular in the 18th century. When we hear the word boudoir today, it most often refers to a style of photography. Photographer Natalie Sinisgalli breaks it down.
It's photographing a woman at her core and whatever her true essence is. And a lot of times it can be sensual, it can be, lingerie, things like that you would typically think of for boudoir photography. It might be just a beautiful dress that woman feels great in. It might be no clothing at all and we just have her covered in a white sheet.
Okay. So this sounds like the most vulnerable experience ever. And for some women, initially it is. But Natalie explains there's a process to boudoir photography and discovering your skin clothes. The outfits worn in the boudoir shoot happen to play a key role.
It's almost formulaic in terms of how I lay out the outfits for the shoot. We always start with the most covered and we always end with the least covered. But I do like the progression because as you build confidence and feel more comfortable throughout the shoot, it's nice to end on that high note.
We'll get to that high note a little later on. First, here's what I observed. Through each photograph and outfit change, something spectacular happens. The tension just begins to fade, and the woman in front of the lens truly begins to accept herself for who she is and all she is.
Every single woman that we work with has, this collection of negative thoughts that she has adopted, accepted, been sold, come up with on her own, but they've been reinforced over the years. I think it's important for every single woman to have those thoughts challenged and to have an opportunity to just feel loved and accepted and seen and heard, and to be in a safe space where they can kind of see themselves in a different way and maybe come to terms with a different storyline that they want to believe about themselves.
Here's what intrigues me about this whole experience. As more garments start to come off the body, the bolder the woman seems to become. Why? She has discovered her skin clothes armor. This is the high note part I told you we would revisit.
We always finish with what we call the skin outfit. So that would be, if you're not wearing anything and we just have you covered up with sheets. I think that when you strip yourself down to who you are, what you are, just there's nothing else, and you feel accepted and loved in that moment, there is no greater feeling.
Wearing that skin outfit happens to be the most empowering part of this experience. Natalie's client, Erin Julian, co-signed that fact.
I had this sense of freedom almost that clothes are important, don't get me wrong. And, I have a professional job and I have to look nice every day. I don't have this hair and makeup. As you're sort of shedding those things, there's like this freedom and this just sense of ease. And I feel like my true being, the spirit of who I am was sort of revealed in a way that isn't always revealed when, I'm dressed up for work every day.
I know we're covering the empowerment aspect of boudoir photography and the freedom of the skin outfit and skin clothes as armor, but not everyone views all of this with such positivity. Natalie says some folks, particularly in the modesty movement, see what she's doing as inappropriate and even shameful.
I think that that's a lot of part of the problem, is that women we're judged and it's constant. Women's bodies are, up for public critique at any moment. I think that doing a boudoir shoot is an opportunity to take control of that. It's an opportunity to have a discussion about how you're seen and your body and say, this is me on my terms and I feel good about this. And to have the photographs as proof, I think is the important part.
And that's all there's left to say. All right, before we go, let's do a brief recap. First, Natalie says boudoir photography is about photographing a woman at her core and capturing her true essence. Second, outfits play a key role in the boudoir process. Natalie generally starts with more covered up clothing pieces and eventually progresses to what Natalie calls the victory lap, which is the naked body wrapped in a white sheet. And finally, as more clothing pieces come off the body, an empowering and transformative process takes place. The woman discovers her skin clothes armor. Natalie says the goal is to positively change the way each woman views herself and her body. I'm Hélène Biandudi Hofer, and this is The Empty Hangers Decoding Dress. I have to know, did you discover the empowerment of your skin outfit through boudoir or another route? If so, I would love to hear if it was a transformative process or something else. Hit me up on social media and let me know all about it, and I'll see you next time.